So today I want to talk about YieldMax and the ways you could invest into it. So mostly I'm going to talk about the long-term hold. For me, I don't do this, but maybe I've been thinking about it lately a lot. So, these assets are different. They're not like your traditional stocks and, dividend growth companies and all that. They're here for high yield, right? So it's different. So what you have to do is you have to know, you have to research all that. You have to know what you're investing, your goals and all that, all right? So YieldMax is, to me, the most popular one. It gives out the highest yield, therefore giving, your money back really quick as soon as possible compared to like Roundhill or all the others. I know Yield Boost is another one. So Yield Boost is a pretty good one for, the return on investment. So for these assets, you have to think about it, and then I'm gonna give you an analogy. This is not a perfect one because, this just, I can't think of anything yet. So basically a vending machine, let's say you put $10,000 in like a vending machine business, right? And so you invested 10K, right? And then I don't know how much you would make a month. I've never done it. I don't know, maybe 200 a month. Maybe that's less. I don't know, but I'm gonna just say, let's say you make 200 a month. Maybe that's less or maybe that's a lot, but I'm not sure. So basically that's how YieldMax works, all right? So for the vending machine, that's the cash flow, 200 a month, and then eventually you will get to your 10K eventually. But it will take kind of long or whatever. Depends, sometimes it fluctuates. All right, same thing with YieldMax, it fluctuates, mostly going down. So, for YieldMax, you have to accumulate. All right, you have to, every dividend you get for, if you're long term, you have to accumulate it because you have to get, you have to get more shares and you have to get around the same dividend as much as possible. But if you don't, then your yield goes down. Basically, the amount you get paid goes down because the yield stays the same, but the price goes down. So your yield on cost will go down pretty quickly. So what you have to do is just reinvest all of it, basically until you get your money back. So for like the vending machine, once you got your 10K back, then the rest is free money. All right. So, but the first $200 cash flow, you could also reinvest into it, or that's usually better because it compounds really fast. So yeah. So, but the YieldMax, I kind of see it now as a vending machine business, something like that. So you spend, let's say 10K on a YieldMax fund, let's say YMax, for example, or not. Let's go with, I don't know, something really high yield, maybe like a Coney or Misty. And you just let it stay there, all right? And let it drip, all right? And then, there's the drip calculator website you could use. It shows you, whatever and all that. So you wait until you get your money back and you just reinvest until you get your cash flow. So once that happens, but now here's the problem. So once you got your money back, eventually your dividends will get smaller because you're not reinvesting and all that. You're just taking the cash and do whatever you want with it. So for me, on my situation, what I would do, I would just probably put it more into my growth stocks, my whatever. So back to what I was talking about. So the money, I would put it back into like growth stocks or whatever, crypto, maybe crypto too. So you have to see it as that, but the problem is, this is the difference with the analogy, with the vending machine. You won't get, if you want to sell it 100% of the time, almost 100%, like 98% of the time, your stock, your average cost is way high than the current price, which that means if you want to sell it, that means you'll get not a lot of money. So compared to that, compared to the vending machine, you'll probably get your money back when you want to sell it, or maybe a little loss or whatever. So that's the difference. Also, YieldMax, your payouts they will decrease when you don't reinvest. So to me, this is not a retirement thing. It's just maybe a means to generate more income, temporary, until it gets lower. Or maybe there's a plan. There's another way that I don't know yet. Maybe I have to discover it. I don't know. But that's something, you have to think about, because eventually they will get to like pretty useless numbers. So if you make an extra 1,000 a month on the YieldMax fund, you already have your ROI, and now you have like 1,000. So that's your free cash flow basically, and it will go down because the stock price will go down because there will be continue to distribute, and then your yield on cost is going to go down, and that's it. So eventually it will go to meaningless. However, I don't know how long it will take. It depends on the stock if it does good or not. But for YieldMax, they all go down because the distribution rate is too high. So that's something to consider. So it's a temporary thing for like YieldMax. So all the other ones like Roundhill, you could do it, but it will take longer because the yield, except for Yield Boost. I know one Rex shares, the Coinbase one, it's ridiculous how high that is. So basically that's what it is. So it's a different kind of investment. It's not really your traditional stuff. You have to accept that your capital will go down. All right, that a lot of people say, oh, look at the total return, and all that. Like me, I don't know. I'm just contemplating what I want to do right now, because the dividend capture thing, it's good, but it sucks when you basically waste your time when the market goes down, and then you don't get nothing basically. But I don't know yet. I don't know if I want to switch it, because I've been through the tariff times. the thing went down, and then I kept buying every week, and then eventually it went back to my price. I would say that was lucky. All right. So for me on this alt thing, I'm not sure yet. So again, so this video is about you have to know what you want to do, and YieldMax is a different kind of investment. It's not like, you have to invest it for what it's meant for. All right. But you could cheat the system like I did. It's a different way, but it's not meant for doing that. So maybe it will work. I don't know. For me, it's been working, but it doesn't work on when the stock goes down. It works really good when you see that alt going flat. Then it does really good. So yeah, that's the video I got. Thank you. I know I haven't been posting a lot lately, mostly because I don't know. I don't really. I'm not that motivated, but sometimes when something happens, like alt did have a flash crash, which was like, wow. I was doing something. I was praying during that happened, and I didn't know. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So yeah, thank you guys. See y'all.